What if I told you that someone in your life, maybe right now, is using your own emotions as a weapon against you? Not a stranger, not a villain from a movie, someone you trust. They don't need to threaten you with anything obvious. They don't need a contract or a courtroom. All they need is to know what you're afraid of losing, and they already do. This is emotional manipulation. And its most dangerous form is emotional blackmail. Welcome to Cipher, where we decode the hidden patterns of human behavior so you can protect your mind, your choices, and your life. Today, we are going deep into one of the most damaging psychological tactics used in relationships, workplaces, and families. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to spot it, why it works on even the smartest people, and most importantly, how to break free. Psychologist Susan Forward coined the term emotional blackmail, and her framework is brilliant. She said emotional blackmailers use three weapons: fear, obligation, and guilt. Together, they create a fog, a mental haze where you cannot see clearly, cannot think straight, and end up doing exactly what the other person wants. Here are three real-world examples. Fear. Your partner says, if you take that job in another city, I don't know if I can keep this relationship going. They are not asking, they are threatening. And the threat is wrapped in emotion, so it feels like love. Obligation. Your parent says, after everything I have sacrificed for you, the least you could do is come home for the holidays. They are invoking a debt you never agreed to override your own needs. Guilt. A friend says, fine, I will just handle everything myself, don't worry about me. Nobody said you should worry, but now you do, and that is exactly the point. Here is what makes this so insidious. These tactics do not look like abuse. They look like love, sacrifice, and hurt feelings. That is why people stay in these dynamics for years, sometimes decades, before realizing what is happening. And here is a darker truth. Emotional manipulators are often not even fully aware they are doing it. Many learn this behavior as a survival strategy in their own childhood. That does not make it okay, but it does make it far more complex than simple villain and victim. Now, here is where it gets really interesting, and stay with me, because this is the part most people never understand. You might be thinking, if I am being manipulated, why don't I just stop? Because your brain will not let you. When someone uses emotional pressure on you, especially someone you love, your nervous system reads it as a survival threat. Your amygdala fires, cortisol floods in, and suddenly you are not thinking with your rational prefrontal cortex. You are operating from a place of pure threat response. This is why intelligent, successful, self-aware people find themselves apologizing when they have done nothing wrong, canceling plans to manage someone else's mood, shrinking their dreams just to keep the peace. It is not weakness. It is biology being exploited. So how do you break it? The first step is what therapists call naming the dynamic. When you can say out loud, or even just in your own mind, this is emotional blackmail, not love, not reality, the fog starts to lift. Second, create a pause. Before you respond to pressure, buy yourself time. Let me think about that. I will get back to you. 4 words that give your prefrontal cortex time to come back online. Third, and this is the hardest one, be willing to disappoint people. Emotional blackmail only works if you are more afraid of someone's reaction than you are committed to your own truth. When you accept that some people will be upset by your boundaries, and that is okay, the manipulation loses its power completely. Here is the thing about emotional blackmail that nobody really talks about. It does not just take your choices, it takes your confidence. Over time, you start to doubt your own perception of reality. You wonder, am I the problem? Am I too sensitive? Am I asking for too much? You are not. You are allowed to have needs. You are allowed to set limits. You are allowed to say no to someone you love without owing them a breakdown in return. Freedom does not begin when the manipulator changes. It begins when you do. If this video made something click for you, subscribe to Cipher. This channel exists for one reason: to give you the psychological tools that most people spend years in therapy trying to find. Hit the bell so you don't miss what is coming next. We are going deep on narcissistic manipulation tactics, the psychology of gaslighting, and why certain people are specifically targeted by emotional predators. Drop a comment below. Have you experienced emotional blackmail? How did you recognize it? Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. I will see you in the next one. Keep decoding.